So I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that's an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. Was there a stand down order?
IDF soldier.
Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes.
Wow.
6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say, stand down? This is the closest thing to the Holocaust that any of us have lived through.
Okay,
but the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard right government has a mandate. I gotta be careful the way I say this.
Hear it? He's scared. I gotta be careful the way I say this. He's still trying to defend what Israel's doing. Hamas, they're terrorists. They follow Muhammad, who's in hell. They deserve what they get. But to use what Hamas did when they did what they did, being filthy, demonic tools of Satan, even though Israel was told that Hamas was planning an attack, they did nothing to prevent it, because it seems like they want it to happen, to then use this as a scapegoat to then now indiscriminately bomb and kill and starve over 60,000 people. Watch what he's going to say, but look at the fear, the hesitation. Watch. Look at his reaction. I got to be careful what I'm about to say, what Bibi Netanyahu and his government wants to do.
They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
Hear it?
Yep.
I mean,
you hear what he said? A zealous pro-Zionist is admitting they're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza. You see why he says, I got to be careful? He was slowly waking up and turning against Netanyahu. One more time. Listen to this. He's scared too. Look at his reaction. Look at his reaction.
Many of us have lived through. But the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard right government has a mandate. I got to be careful the way I say this. They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
Right?
I mean, that's, and I don't use that term lightly. Okay.
Do you hear it? A pro-Zionist, pro-Israel Christian. See it? See that? I was going to play that, but she played it for me. Thank you, Anna Kasper. And she's slowly waking up. She's sensing evil is objectively real and it's troubling her. I think she's going to come back to her Christian roots. Here it is. Here's another one. The other clip. There you go.
Get caught up in that regime change war. Here's one example.
Look.
Did you know that we only have a problem in Iran at the scale and the magnitude that we currently have because we involved ourselves in regime change?
Wow. Did you catch it? He's blaming Netanyahu for forcing America to get involved in attacking Iran in order to topple Iran and force a regime change. He was waking up. You see, guys, you see it? This is him, huh?
America has a long history of regime change with Iran. The moral here is that we should not invade Iran and we should not support regime change.
Ouch! He just went against Netanyahu. We should not invade Iran and support regime change. Regime change. See, Charlie Kirk realized right there, he got the Zionist donors livid. Netanyahu livid. Livid.
Sometimes you get something way worse. Like Iraq, you get ISIS. Libya, you get civil war.
Did you know who convinced America to invade Iraq? This is a fact too. You guys, you don't know this, right? Netanyahu sold America on invading Iraq because Netanyahu claimed Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction and that if we topple Iraq, it will be better for the region. It's on the record. Go play Netanyahu selling the Iraq war. He's there. He's the one who got America involved in Iraq. And then now they confirm Saddam had no weapons of mass destruction. No weapons of mass destruction. It was a lie. In point of fact, Netanyahu has gotten America involved in all these wars to topple regimes, to do his dirty work and his bidding. America. America. Don't take my word for it. You're going to think you're anti-Semitic. No. I am fact-based. When you give me facts, I will accept the truth, because all truth is God's truth. May we be sold out for Jesus, our allegiance to Jesus, and may the Spirit own us and empower us to love Jesus unto death and never betray him. I'm not pro-anti-human agencies. I'm pro-Jesus Christ, anti-Satan. It's there. Why do you think I'm telling you? Because they present facts. I saw, it's on you to put in, Netanyahu convinces America to attack Iraq. He's the one, like he did with Iran. In what way is Netanyahu America's ally? It's because of Netanyahu. Your children were sent to a war. Your children were killed, murdered. Some were beheaded by Muslim terrorists because Netanyahu sold you on invading Iraq because Saddam Hussein is harboring weapons of mass destruction. And now the reports say it was a lie. He had no weapons of mass destruction. And you still think Israel really? I'm not saying the Jews or the Israelis. I'm talking about the government. Israel, the government cares about you. You're expendable, man. It's like the Talmud. You're a goy.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Final one. Here you go. Let's set it up.
Hosted a number of young conservatives to discuss Israel and AIPAC, the Israel lobby. And here's a quick snippet of how that conversation went down.
Talking to Jews.
So you're ethnically Jewish.
Ethnically Jewish, yes.
And you have concerns about AIPAC.
Yes, I do.
See? This is why I'm telling you, don't confuse the Jews with Netanyahu and his government. There are a lot of Jews who hate Netanyahu, hate the government, and are against what he's doing. Guys, you may not hear their voices. Notice when this was, July 24, 2025.
I'm told that by some people that if I criticize AIPAC, I'm anti-Semitic.
I think it's ridiculous. Yeah. I feel like it's great to have a concern for your country.
Do you think that that AIPAC represents, again, I'm not saying I believe this, but I think this is what you're saying, that it represents a kind of cutting in line of prioritization away from the American people?
Yes.
Would you guys say that's a fair summary?
Yes, these are Jews. Yes. AIPAC is bribing your politicians to put Israel first ahead of America. America's nothing when it comes to Israeli interest. AIPAC that funds millions in getting politicians to bow to Israeli agenda. And if you're against Israel, then they try to get you removed.
100%. Meaning that, like, okay, we vote, we're citizens, but a separate group gets higher priority.
See that?
Because of whatever reasons.
You caught it?
So guys, first of all,
You caught it? Now I think she plays a clip where he talks about Epstein, and he's questioning, was he a Mossad agent working with intelligence here? But I don't know if I passed it up. But here are the clips I was going to play this week.
in mind, let's take a look.
The behavior by a lot, both privately and publicly, are pushing people like you and me away. I have text messages, Megan, calling me an anti-Semite. I am learning biblical Hebrew and writing a book on the Shabbat. I honor the Shabbat, literally the Jewish Sabbath. It is dozens of texts.
Yes.
Then we start to say, hold the boat here. And to be fair, some of my really good Jewish friends are like, that's not all of us, it's all, but these are leaders too, though, right? These are stakeholders, right?
You see that?
These are stakeholders. These are.
Here, how about this one here? Ben Shapiro. He's going to play devil's advocate to Ben Shapiro, saying, hey, they're saying this. What do you say? Look, September 9, 2025. September 9, folks, 2025.
So we've seen news this morning that quite honestly I'm a little confused by, and I was hoping you could navigate it and help us understand, which is that Israel bombed Qatar, which houses a lot of Hamas officials. What happened here? And if I were to introduce just the skeptical question, will this potentially endanger America's own interests in the Middle East? So please, Ben, help me better understand the situation.
So he's asking, if Israel goes ahead and bombs Qatar because of Hamas leaders living there, what will this do to American foreign relations when Qatar is a #1 support of America? And from what I know, we have bases there. Don't you think then the Qataris and the other nations are going to turn against America for aiding and abetting what Netanyahu is doing? By Netanyahu bombing Qatar, is he not going to turn America's allies against not just Israel, but America? Because they see that America is backing up Israel, Netanyahu. So then what about our interest, Ben?
A claim I receive often, and we're starting our campus tour tomorrow, is that Israel is committing genocide. How do you respond to that, Ben? Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben.
See how he's reacting? He's smiling. He's being careful. You see how careful he is? Hey, Ben, they're just asking, maybe we shouldn't believe the media. But wait, Ben Shapiro's media too. Should we believe him? If we shouldn't trust the media, but Ben Shapiro's the media, he even fired Candace Owens for being critical of Netanyahu. Should we trust Ben because he's part of the media? See? Consistency, right?
Some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be? And how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
There you go.